I hope everybody is well this evening. I hope everybody is doing well for the duration of 2026, right? This has been absolutely a great year. No matter if you may be going through challenges right now, it's still a great year because you're alive to even go through those challenges or those tests, should I say, so that you can get stronger in life and overall prepare yourself for the next challenge after you have conquered this one. Because no matter how far in life you think you have went, it's always a challenge. It's always a challenge. Okay. So, man, tonight, we're not just going to talk about charts. We're not going to talk about indicators, money, businesses, or investments. We're just going to talk about the foundation beneath all of those things, right? It's the mind, which we say is mindset, right? Most people spend their lives really searching for wealth outside of themselves while ignoring the wealth that exists already within them. The truth is, before you can build wealth in your bank account, you must build wealth in your mind. Before you can lead others, you must learn to lead yourself. Before God can trust you with more, ultimately, you must become faithful with what you already have. This is important because a lot of people overlook what they already have because they're so focused on wanting more. They don't know they're truly blessed right now with what they have. Truly blessed with what they have. No matter if it's a penny in a bucket, you got that. It's somebody that wishing that they had a penny in a bucket, right? So tonight we're just going to go and break down really the Hidden Wealth Society framework. A lot of people look at Hidden Wealth Society like it's a corporation, which it is a corporation, but that's not the framework of Hidden Wealth Society, right? So we broke it down into an acronym so that we can get a better understanding. And within that acronym, it's a lot of jewels that you will be able to use. Some people call them nuggets. A lot of people say wisdom, right, that you can use in your daily lives. So let's start with the H, and this is the foundation, not just a Hidden Wealth Society or mindset or success. This is the foundation of all things, and that's the H stands for honoring God first. Okay, honor or honoring God first. Everything begins with God. Many people want blessings. Few want alignment. Many want increase, but few want discipline. God is not just concerned about what you want. God is more concerned about who you are and who you will become. Now, if you understand that and believe that, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat, because this is paramount to everything else that I'm going to go over. A lot of my success came after I realized it was God that was testing me. None of my success came. Actually, it was more challenge than success. I was successful with a lot of challenge in my life, in all areas of my life. But then when I made that switch and understood that and started putting God first, God started putting a lot of things on my plate and within my mind and my family and my heart and within my bank account in all areas of my life, health, wealth, everything. And it was it's still overwhelming. I just thank God. And I always put God first to the point where it's not even me that do what I do. It's God that's making me do what I do or aligning me with what I need to do within my purpose. So you have to ask yourself, am I seeking God daily? Am I making the right decisions based on faith? Or am I making a decision based on fear? Am I becoming a better steward for money, others? Because your money really amplifies your character. If your foundation is weak, well, guess what? Money will magnify that weakness. How many people have you seen that have a lot of money, but their character is horrible? Or some people say horrid. It's a lot of people out there like that, right? And we have to understand that money doesn't change everything. It only amplifies who you are, where you are, your character overall. If your foundation is strong, then money, it magnifies your purpose. Okay? So number one is the H, which is honor. Once you got that written down, you took your little side notes on that, go ahead and put a 7 in the chat, or whatever you want to put in the chat so that I know you're with me. Okay. Good to go. The second is I, invest in yourself. The greatest investment is not real estate. The greatest investment is not network marketing, not cryptocurrency, not Forex, anything that's tangible. The greatest investment is you. Every book you read, every skill you learn, every lesson you master, every challenge you go through, that you learn from that challenge, every healthy habit you develop, those little small investments, they all compound into your life, your experience. And depending upon all of those experiences that you have received, that you learn from them, and if you learn from them, what are you doing different this time to make them go into your favor, the outcomes in your favor? So the question is, what are you doing daily to become more valuable? What are you doing to become more valuable for yourself, more valuable for your family, more valuable for your community, your co-workers? If you work in a job, hey, are you valuable to your co-workers? Are you valuable to the company in which you're working? And if you are, most of the time you could tell how valuable you are to individuals based on how much people want you around. How many times a day do they call you? How many inboxes and messages do you receive? How much do you get paid? Right? That's a big one. How much do you get paid? I was looking at some different pay structures based on the world, because us at Hidden Wealth Society, we plan on going to the next level. So we want to make sure that we look at the pay levels of companies. Me as a CEO want to make sure to look at the pay levels of companies. And I didn't realize that companies are paying individuals that work in the IT department, like Amazon, over $500,000 a year. That's value, right? That's value. Just imagine being able to get paid that. Would you feel more valuable? Now look at where you are right now. Now, I'm not telling you, oh man, I'm only getting paid $20 an hour, I'm not that valuable. No. You have the power to create value in the areas in which you want to enhance your life at, the places you want to advance at. So what do you have to do to enhance and become more valuable to the marketplace overall? We all have the ability to do so, but first we have to invest in ourselves. Put a number 3 in the chat when you're ready for the next. You got your notes? I'm trying my best not to go fast. I'm trying to stay at a nice pace, but I want to get these points across so that you just don't hear me because you're listening, but you can actually feel it within your spirit. These are true things that we all need in our lives to understand so that we can utilize these things. Okay, D for develop discipline. This is a big one, ladies and gents. This is a huge one, right? And all of them are huge, but this is one of the main things that people miss. A lot of people have faith, but they do not have discipline. They'll say, I love God, I love Jesus, alhamdulillah, but they do not have any self-discipline. Because motivation, it comes and goes, but discipline remains, right? The wealthy are not necessarily smarter. Often it's just simply more disciplined. Just they do what they need to do when they're supposed to do it, even when they don't want to do it. And it's consistent at doing the same thing. It's just the discipline really means doing what needs to be done when you don't feel like doing it. I need you to write that in bold on your paper. It's a very simple definition, right? Doing what needs to be done when you don't feel like doing it. Waking up anyway, studying anyway, exercising anyway, praying anyway, executing anyway. Stop eating the Doritos. Got Dorito dust on your fingertips. Stop anyway. You like ice cream. You know your stomach don't agree with ice cream. Stop anyway. I know you want a donut. I know you want some cake. Oh man, some banana pudding sound good. Real good. Very good. Hey, stop anyway. So it's simply doing what needs to be done when you don't feel like it or doing it. All right? Put a 5 in the chat. You ready for the next? All right. Okay, we're rolling. D. Defeating doubt. How many of you all have doubt? Put a 1 in the chat if you ever had doubt. It could be doubt about trading. It could be doubt about starting a business. It could be doubt about coming up with an idea. It could be a doubt about picking up the phone, calling somebody for help. You've had doubt in some type of, I should put a 1 in there, multiple ones. It'd be trillions of ones, eons of ones, right? We've all had doubt, but we have to learn how to kill that doubt. Now, doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. Did y'all get that? Your doubt will kill more of your dreams, and it has over the span of time in history more than failure ever has. Many people never lose. They simply quit before they win based on their doubt. So now you got to ask yourself. It's going to always be a question about after all these, because we have to ask ourselves these questions so that we can actually look at how simple the answer is to get past and conquer most of these things, to be able to use most of these things. What would I do if I knew that I couldn't fail? That's the first question. What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? Type it in the chat. What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? What would you do? What would you do? If you knew everything you touch turned to gold, everything you put in your mind you can accomplish, what would you do? Type it in the chat now. Let me see. We almost 20 minutes in already, and I ain't even through the hidden. Lord have mercy. Let's go. Put it in the chat. Everything. Everybody say everything. You would do everything? Okay, everything? Let's cut it down to one. Let's see. Type in one of your goals. Let's not say everything. Let's type in one of our goals. Because I'm seeing, okay, build a community. Okay. Build a community. I'm seeing anything I could think of. First, becoming the master trader. Okay. Anybody else want to add? Anyone else want to add? Okay. Buy a few homes. Okay, Timothy. Save more lives. Okay. Build tiny homes. Okay. Build a community for the family. Okay. Get out of my job. All right. Okay. Second question. That's amazing. Second question. Fear is often faith in the wrong outcome. If faith was first, these are questions I wrote down. If faith was first, after God, who would you believe in? Who would you believe in? Write that down. You can answer that. You can answer that too. So we're saying all of this to say, really, instead of focusing on what can go wrong, focus on what can go right. Because ultimately, anything you work on, anything you can do, you can achieve. You can achieve. You literally can do it. I'm telling you, you can do it. I've been telling people they can do it for years. In many different projects, doing many different things. But the issue is, they don't believe in themselves. They doubt themselves. How can you doubt yourself? That is a dangerous thing to do. Doubting yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Well, if you had faith, you wouldn't, right? Right? If you had discipline, you wouldn't, right? If you knew you had to invest in yourself, why would you invest in yourself if you're going to doubt yourself? Them two things don't go together. Are y'all with me? I hope y'all with me. I'm hoping that y'all are getting it. Next, execute daily. Execute daily. Execution beats intention. Execution, it beats the talent. Execution beats the knowledge. You don't really need more information. How many people think they don't know how to trade? Most of y'all already know how to trade. You just don't know how to follow your rules. You don't know how to execute and follow your rules. You don't know how to be disciplined. You can do it. You know how to do it. Doing it ain't the problem. Execution's the problem. And I'm not talking about executing trade. I'm not talking about pushing the button, just pushing the button for your scalp traders, your heart attack traders, right? No. Executing the right plans in the right manner at the right time. Following the right rules. Just need the implementation. Really, many people consume content, a whole bunch of it. Information hoarders. Whole bunch of people know a whole bunch of stuff, but only a few people truly take action. And that action, it equals and creates the momentum. And the momentum creates the confidence. And the confidence yields the results. Y'all got it? Put a 1 in the chat. You got it. We can move forth. We're not going to just lay on one and do an hour on one. We could have broken down into a weekly thing, but I don't believe this should take a whole week to do, or a few weeks or months or years to do. Right? May come back on next Thursday, have something totally else different that I can give you all to help in just life overall. Okay. And never quit. Never quit, never quit, never quit, never quit, never quit, never quit, never quit. You know, most people are closer than they actually realize. And the success usually happen after most people would have quit. Y'all saw the picture of the guy that, was digging for diamonds, and you get one picture that somebody's at the beginning, one picture of somebody in the middle, one picture that somebody's already there, but he's turning around, walk away, and all you got to do is hit it one more time, and the diamonds are right there. It's right there. If success is right above your head, but most people won't even raise their arms past their chin. They give a little, you've seen it. That showed you confidence right there. You've been to events and places where people on stage ask a question, and then They ask a question, say, raise your hand if you blah, 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 blah. And the person right next to you, they raise their hand, but it's right at their chin. It's like they're scared to raise their hand to answer a question or to agree or to disagree. The persistence is power. Every single setback, it contains a lesson. Every obstacle, it contains an opportunity. Every challenge develops your strength. The question is not, will you face adversity? The question is, will adversity stop you? I'll say that again. The question is not, will you face adversity? The question is, will adversity stop you or continue to stop you? Because we've all stopped because of adversity. I'll be the first to tell you I have in the past. Haven't in a long time, but I have in the past. Will you continue to let that happen to you? I hope not. All right. You ready? Put something in the chat if you're ready. Put something in the chat if you're ready. Put something in the chat if you're ready. All right. Here we go. W, we on wealth. W, knowledge applied. That's wisdom. Education, never stop learning. The action, that's ideas, require movement. The ideas you have, it require movement, which is the action. The legacy, build beyond yourself. It's not just for you, it's for the future generations, future minds, the children, right? Time. Speed is intentional. It's intentional. You don't have to go super fast, but go at a nice speed. Just like I'm doing this call, I'm not going super fast, but I'm going at a nice speed. Then it helps you create the habits as well. Your habits determines your future. Your habits determine your future. If you have bad habits, well, you're going to have bad results. Good habits yield good results. It's really that simple. Bad habits yield bad results. Good habits yield good results. Now here's the question. What habits are you creating? Because those habits create your future right now. Think about that. Think about that. Think about what I just said. Let me simplify it in another way. What habits are creating my future right now? Ask yourself that. What habits are creating my future right now? I'll say it like that. Because that's more of a question. I said it like a statement. It was like a statement / question. But that the way I just said it right there, it makes it a question and a question only. What habits are creating my future right now? Ask yourself that. Ask yourself that. Ask yourself that. That's wealth. So I just went over wealth. Now I could break it down even more, but I think you all got it. Wisdom, education, action, legacy, time, habits. Wealth. Wisdom, education, actions, legacy, time, habits. Wisdom is knowledge applied. Education. You should never stop learning. Action. Ideas require movement. Legacy. Build beyond yourself. Time. Speed is intentional. Speed is intentional. Then we just start off the call saying, man, time flying. Well, what type of intentions do you have? If time gonna fly, what type of intentions you should have when you spend it? Because you're spending it. No matter if you want to or not. You're a part of it. You're within it. Habits. Your habits determine your future. Then you ask yourself that question. What habits are creating my future right now? Y'all ready? Let me know when you're ready. Let me know when y'all ready. I know some people still probably writing. I say it again. Society, service, opportunity, community. We wealth. Wisdom, education, action, legacy, time, habits. Okay. Society. Well, y'all heard what I just said. Service. Service. Service to God. Service to others. And by default, you'll be doing a service to yourself. Let me say it again. Service. First and foremost, service to God. Second of all, service to others. And by default, you will be serving yourself. And some people say, man, God, me, and then people. God, me, and then people. But service, service to others is one of the greatest things one can ever do to prove themselves worthy of God's mercy. Just imagine, God created everything in the universe and then created humans and gave humans, or in the Bible, man, women and man, both humans, that's why I say humans, domain over all things. Imagine that. Imagine that. So at the beginning of time, God created, gave us domain over everything. And what are we supposed to do? Serve God, others, and then by default, we'll win ourselves. The O, opportunity. Please learn how to recognize it. Please learn how to recognize it. I put this out on Facebook. I put it on all the groups, the Telegram groups. I put it out, but most people didn't see it because their eyes not open to opportunity. They think it's just, another one of those calls. He's trying to sell something. No, I'm not trying to sell anything. I'm just giving some nuggets and some wisdom out based on the experience that I've had over the many years. It's free. This information is free. I'm not trying to sell you. I'm not trying to get you to join Hidden Wealth Society. We okay over here. We're doing quite well. All I want to do is just give you some information so that you will be able to utilize that information to be successful in your own lives and whatever that it is that you do. I'm serving. I'm serving. But because most people don't have that type of mindset, not able to see opportunity or even be able to recognize it. So with the right mind and heart, your eyes open up so that you can actually identify opportunity. The C stands for community. Association does matter. Depending on who you're around the most is dependent upon what you do the most, what you talk about the most, what you hear the most, how you act the most, what you eat. Sometimes we wonder why our family, it's just not us that may be having, health issues, but our whole family have health issues. Well, you all hang around each other the most. You probably eat the same food. Probably have the same habits. Right? And that's why. Then we look at families that's totally healthy. Be like, man, how are they all healthy? Well, they do the right things for their body. They ingest the right foods. They go to the gym. They work out. They do the right things. Oh, why do that family always fight? Hey, man, that family is full of fighters. That's just what they do. Man, wow, this family full of lovers. And that's what they do. They good people. Well, guess who they're around the most? Everybody with me? I'm hoping that everybody's with me. Why is these people so successful? Man, they hang around each other the most. They associate. That association matters. It gets down to the simplest form of even when a crime is committed. Some people say, what is it called? Guilty by association? Guilty by association. It's not just a saying. It's true. The I, integrity, character matters. Character matters. See, I believe if you have those first, which is the wealth, and of course, if you have the hidden, that acronym, this part is going to be very simple for you. And you're going to do it naturally. It's going to be so intentionally ingrained into your spirit and soul that it's going to seem like it's simple. You do it naturally. You're doing the right thing naturally without even thinking. You're guided by God. Write that in your, write that, please write that. Write that. It just came to me. God just sent me the message. Integrity. Just being guided by God. Type in number 6 in the chat if you with me. Integrity. Just being guided by God. That's all. That's all. If you got good integrity, you just being guided by God. It's just that simple. You're just being guided by God. Will you make mistakes? Well, if you don't listen to God, if you don't let God in, or you ignore God, because we know right from wrong, we know what we're supposed to do, and sometimes we choose not to do what we're supposed to do. Right? Wow. E, empowerment. You have to help others rise. This is part of service, right? But I believe service and helping other people rise it's in the same category, but it can be separated, right? Because when you helping others rise, you are doing a service for people, but it could be in a different fashion. It can be in a different manner. You know, I heard one of my mentors in the past say a friend will continue to let you fail because they're more in tune to their friendship than your success. But a mentor is more in tune to your success than you all's friendship. So a mentor will tell you something that may hurt your feelings, but you may not talk to them again. But if you take their advice, you're going to have the success that you want. But you may not be their friend anymore, but they are okay with that because they told you something of value that you needed to hear at that time. You probably didn't want to hear it. And that's empowerment. That's the E. The T is transformation. While you're going through this process, you will be transforming and becoming more than what you usually are, or may be right now, or maybe in the future, because it's always a transition in life. You're always where we should always want to get better because we're learning. Remember, we're always wanting to learn, so we're always going to become more. And that's part of the transformation. And by going through this transformation, by wanting this transformation, you're going to change it to someone of influence. I don't know if you all read the book, but The 5 Levels of Leadership. If you haven't read that, John Maxwell, 5 Levels of Leadership, you need to go get that book. You need to read and study that book if you want to become a better leader overall and understand the leadership qualities and understand really the levels of leadership. A lot of people look at different titles as leadership. Just because you're the president of the United States, I'm not talking about the current one, I'm talking about the title. Ladies and gents, the title. Just because you're the president of the United States don't necessarily mean you're a leader. That's just a title. And that's the lowest level of leadership. This is how powerful this is. A title is the lowest level of leadership. But once you have gotten to the pinnacle of leadership, this is where you have developed other leaders, and now you're at the point where people remember your name and still speak words you have given years and years and years and years, and you're no longer even among the living in the physical form, but spiritually your words still live, which ultimately those words aren't even your words. They should be words from God, which lives forever before the Alpha and Omega. But your name is just ingrained with those words. And people still follow that leadership that you have given, not even to that generation of leaders that is helping right now and serving right now, but multiple generations past that. Transformation. And wise yield. And yield, hey, it's time to harvest what you planted. Everything will come back. Everything will come back. Don't worry about receiving more than you worry about giving. And this crazy part is, I remember when I was dead broke with nothing. Dead broke with nothing. And I heard somebody say that, and I'm like, man, I need now. I need now. I don't care. Give more. I ain't got nothing to give. I need to receive something before I give. We're talking about give. I can't give nothing. What I got to give, I ain't got nothing to give. And I was so in tune or so focused on the money, thinking about money, that I didn't even hear what that individual was speaking of when he said that, because I was so thinking about so much money, I don't have no money to give. Well, it was more than money that you can give. You can simply pick up the phone or go outside and start picking up trash around your neighborhood. You can jump on Facebook and scroll through Facebook and say, listen, I say happy birthday to all of my Facebook friends every single day. That's the first thing that I do when I jump on Facebook, as I go to see who birthday it is for the day. And all of my friends on Facebook that I'm friends with on Facebook, I just say happy birthday to. I've been doing that since my birthday this year. I just been going to everybody, whoever birthday is. So if you get a birthday message from me, if it's your birthday and we Facebook friends, you will get a Facebook happy birthday from me. Because that's part of me doing and serving, because I know I'm not looking for anything in return from you. All of my blessings come from God. Everything that I ever receive come from God. And once you realize that, once you start doing that, then you know every day you're going to receive something every day more than you ever expected in life. You get to a point where you're receiving so much in one day, you's like, man, I remember I thought this was going to be a lifetime of giving, and it's just one day. It's just one day. How about giving somebody a smile? Just like I end my call every time. Put a smile on your face. It's all about putting a smile on your face. Somebody need to see somebody smile at them. Some people ain't seen no one smile at them in so long. When you smile, that's gonna shock them. Bring them back to life. The right energy. shock treatment in a good way. Open up the door for somebody. Give somebody a compliment. A simple compliment. Oh, I like that shirt. Oh, I like your hair. And when they're shocked and they say, huh? And they're shocked, you said that, guess what? They needed it the most. They need, because no one has given them a compliment in so long, and they was not expecting it. And their shirt may not be the best. You may not even like their shirt, but you're still giving them a compliment on it because you know that may be a service in which they need and God wants you to do. And by default, you're going to be blessed. Try it. Try it out. Test it out. Test it out. Just test it. What will it hurt you to test it? And watch what happens. So, tonight, I challenge everybody on this call, okay, to spend time with God daily. That's the first thing. Write these down. Spend time with God daily. Read at least 10 pages of a book daily. Right now, I'm reading What Would the Rockefellers Do? That's my read right now. I'm almost finished with it. That's the book I'm reading right now. What Would the Rockefellers Do? That's what I'm reading right now. Outside, of course, of the Bible. But that's what I'm reading right now. Number 3, improve one skill daily. Number 4, eliminate one bad habit. Now, eliminate one bad habit. It may take you 6 months to do it. But hey, get started right now. Get started today. Number 5, take one action towards your goal every day. Y'all got the 5? Number 1, I'll say them again. Spend time with God daily is number 1. Number 2, read at least 10 pages of a book daily. Number 3, improve one skill daily. Number 4, eliminate one habit. And number 5, take one action towards your goal every day. Remember, the greatest wealth is not in your wallet. The greatest wealth is within you. When your spirit grows, your mind grows. When your mind grows, your action grows. When your action grows, your result grows. And when your result grows, the world calls it success. We call it hidden wealth. Because hidden wealth ultimately is the person that you look in the mirror at every single day. So with that said, we've been on about 50 minutes now. I want you all to take 10 minutes to read over your notes, to internalize everything that I said. I will put this recording on the YouTube page so that everyone will have access to it, the world. You can share it if you like with someone. If it helps you, it may help someone else. You have a great rest of the night. For my Hidden Wealth Society family, we're going to jump on tomorrow night at 8 p.m. for our end of the week call. Oh, actually, no call. We already did the SOS call, right? We'll jump on. We won't jump on. We'll see you all on Monday. I hope y'all had a good trading week as well. So, hey, with that said, it's a small world, but it becomes even smaller when you think big. So put a smile on someone's face, starting with your own. And as always, peace, love, and freedom.